The CPI numbers are in and the market is loving it. Let's talk about it. I am Dr. Stock, Doctor of Education. And at a trivia night the other night, somebody said to me, they said, name a country music artist whose name sounds like Taylor Swift. And I said, well, Leann Rimes. That may have been my worst joke yet, but you know what? It was totally worth it. Let's get right into the CPI data and look at the market impacts, and I'll give some updates on the stocks that I've been following this channel and what exactly could happen now that those numbers are in. So check this out. The core inflation rate, 0.1% below the 0.2% consensus. Year over year for core inflation, 3.3 below the 3.4, so continuing to drop. And then when we look at the year over year numbers from 3.1 down to 3%, so darn close to cracking down into the twos. This is all very good information for us, at least as far as the markets are concerned, and looking bullish for that. I'm guessing that it's going to be fairly positive. So with that said, let's get over into the charts and see what exactly is happening as a result. So when we take a look at SPY in the pre-market hours, here we'll drop down to the minute chart so you can see the pre-market and you can see the volume spike we've got in the pre-market. You can see the price action that we have here. Now, mind you, it's pre-market, anything can happen, but I think this is going to go relatively well for the markets. QQQ up also in the pre-market. And so let me switch over to the 1 minute on this. Again, good volume that we have here. Nice little pop coming on. So what does that mean for the other assets that are out there? Well, Bitcoin, to give an update on that, check this out. I put this out over at my Discord, which binds you down in the description of this. You can see my buys and sells and also these technicals as I update them over there. So check that link in the description. Moving on from that, look at these resistances that we have. We have trendline resistance, 200-day retest, which is also resistance for us. The 20 SMA from the Bollinger Bands, you can see coming down this way. All sorts of resistance. If we break that, that is incredibly bullish for Bitcoin. And so we'll see if that takes place. Right now, we're having some trouble. You can see that with the 200-day, especially if I zoom in here for you, you can see the trouble that we've been having. 1, 2 times we tried it out, 3 times we tried it out. We're trying out a 4th time to break through this with rising RSI, which is bullish for us. And if we go out to the weekly chart on this, this is also very exciting as per the RSI. So maybe we're finally getting to the end of that selling pressure for BTC, but you can see we dipped down below 50. So that's bearish momentum for us, but we are potentially crossing back up above 50 as of right now, 50.46 on the weekly RSI, which can signal a longer term trend. So it is possible for BTC that we actually do break back up above 60, and then we're looking for where that top comes in for us. So I think that Bitcoin could have that move, especially if it can break those 3 resistances that you saw just a moment ago on the daily chart. I'll put that back for you and we'll shrink this back down so it actually shows up a little bit better. And here we'll do this a little bit so you can check that out. NVDA on the move, $112 per share. This has taken a huge jump. Now, mind you, I thought that we'd have a move up to at least 114. CPI is helping us out with that a little bit. You can see that sort of jump that it took as we look at the minute chart on here at 8:30, the moment that it came out. The low price on this was 110, and now mind you, just the minute prior, we were around 107, 108, and then we moved up to a high price that next minute of 110. Now we're looking at 112. That could retrace a little bit back at open, and then we'll see where it goes from there. Excellent news for the interest rate sensitives, such as NVDA. And let me bump Tesla up ahead of the game. So we had a spinning top candle yesterday showing some indecision. Today in the pre-market, we're up above 265. That could signal a move up to 280, especially off these CPI results that we got. This is excellent inflation news. We got to hold 265 in order for that to happen. We do want to see that volume hold out. And so this only helps my case for that $300 stock price prediction that I have up to that full self-driving day that we see. So for Tesla, also very good news. NVIDIA, I just put out an update about dropping down below this trend line, and then soon after CPI came out, now we're up to 137. I have a price target of 140 on this before we hit a major retracement on this one. That goes back to this previous peak that we had here, which is actually up over 140. It was like a 140, 140, I believe. There's 141.60 and 141.09. So 141.60 is the all-time high price that we had for NVIDIA following the split adjustment. So the bonus stock that I put out yesterday was oh my goodness, I can't talk. I'm so excited. SoFi actually bought some call options on this yesterday. Probably going to print out nicely for us. We had a descending wedge pattern. You can see that in green, and it's green because it's a bullish thing. If we break out above the trend line today, we're getting there. We have the 50 SMA coming through right here. That could mess us up a little bit, so we want to be watchful for that. So let me adjust that. There we go. There's 50 SMA. If we're able to break above it, very bullish thing. Then we have the 200-day to contend with. Now, mind you, we also have the $7 psychological resistance to watch out for as we're at $6.76 in the pre-market. We do need volume confirmation. The bearish momentum is quickly turning into bullish momentum if we're able to cross over. Let me really bring that up here so that you can see it. Oh, I think I just got rid of it. Command Z, yay for undo. There we go. Check that out. So we had that falling RSI, bearish momentum, but look at this move that we got between yesterday, the last 2 days, I should say. Today we should cross up above 50. So I'll be able to switch this over to saying bullish momentum if we see that cross up above 50, signaling a potentially larger move to the upside on this one. The earnings, by the way, are coming out on the 30th of July. So we want to be watchful for that. So guys, should be an exciting day in the markets, especially for a lot of what we follow on this channel. I have a whole lot more over at the Discord. That link is down in the description. See my buys and sells and how I'm playing this market. I'd absolutely love to hear from you in the comments of this video. If you learn to do technical analysis like I do and really amp up the power of your portfolio, there's a link for a technical analysis trading course down in the description where we can find out more about the bread recipe. And then also I do have a chapter on options in there as well that could get you started. And I have my own options course that I'm building at my Patreon. Like I said, those links are down in the description of this video. Thank you guys for watching. I really do appreciate it. Let's see how this market goes. Let's tear it up. I am Dr. Stock, Doctor of Education. Remember, my friends, that learning is earning, and we'll see you in the next video.